Well, the end is truly near when we see and hear Larry Fink, the CEO of the world's largest manager, Blackrock, says United States debt at very dangerous levels, guys. And there we go. Are you guys prepared for the new world, right? Because either or, guys, the outcome of this right here will lead towards a new financial system. I mean, they've been planning this from since inception. He issued a warning in his annual letter to investors. In America, quote, "In America, the situation is more urgent than I can even remember," end quote. Can't assume investors will keep buying United States treasuries after issuing 11.1 trillion of additional debt since the 2020 events, he said, right? And it keeps on piling on and on and on, guys. Unbelievable, right? So think about that for a moment, guys, right? About the debt bubble. That's your robust economy built on a mountain of debt. It's the most American thing ever, guys. Now, this has all been planned, though, right? This is why, think about it. That's so weird, isn't it? Ask yourself, why did some Satoshi Nakamoto person, imaginary person, guys, brought upon Bitcoin, right? And then from Bitcoin, the next thing was XRP, Ethereum, and these other meme coins and S coins, right? These other coins were created out of thin air, guys. Think about that. All at the same time, America is about to implode. Doesn't that mean a transfer will occur, right? Look at that. That's trending right now as well, right? I never searched that up, guys. So it's a little bit strange. Now, oh, and by the way, guys, if you guys like today's video, I really much appreciate it. Thank you. It gets even more weird because the last 3 market crashes have been right before elections, 2020, 2008, and 2000, right? Is there a reoccurring pattern? There always is, guys, right? We just have to decipher it and get ahead of the curve, right? Ahead of the herd. Now, this video isn't financial advice, guys, but there are definitely warning signs out there. Now, for 2 different scenarios to take place, one, I call it the more so recession, right? Instead of a depression. So, which is a black swan, guys. That's scenario 1, right? A recession. And scenario number 2 is the collapse, guys. I think we're at this territory, right now. I don't think we're at the collapse moment yet, guys. The reason being is because Jerome Powell stated on March 29th, quote, "It's not possible to rule a recession out," end quote. Okay? The reason being is because there's something fishy happening right now, guys. Zuckerberg sells another 115 million in Meta stock because why not, right? This just happened a couple days ago on March 27th, guys. Right? Look at that. 39 million, 23 million, 15 million plus another 22 million. He just profited, right? I'm guessing he's just going to keep selling, guys, right? Not to mention Coinbase insiders have dumped over $300 million in their own stock in the past month. Bullish, right? That's just a joke because this is obviously, right, quote unquote bullish, which it's definitely not, guys. When you see your own executives literally selling and selling and selling and selling and selling, guys, right? Look at that, all sales, right, for all this amount of money, guys. If this isn't a telling sign, then I don't know what is, right? Then we see breaking. Reddit insiders have been selling stock after the IPO as well, right? Their CEO sold shares worth $16 million. Their CTO sold $6 million. And then their COO sold $16 million worth of shares. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's their own company as well. Okay? That's for Reddit. Then, so we have to ask ourselves the age-old question, guys, on why this is all happening, right? Why do they want out? Because if they were holding, right, or even buying, guys, that would mean they are very completely bullish, right? But if you're selling your own company, right, your own shares to your own company, I think faith or your belief in your own company is dwindling down, guys, right? It's going lower and down and down and down. It's basically dumping. The reason being is because they may know something, guys, right? Usually these people sell before major events occur, right? Usually, not all the time, but $10 trillion asset manager BlackRock warns an ACS debt crisis could end in ACS dollar, right? So we have to add on to this urgent warning right here from the CEO of BlackRock. And the $34 trillion United States debt has been an ongoing source of concern for many in the country, right? As well as they have come to rely on the dollar. Now, central banks diversifying their currency holdings in anticipation of a collapse that may be inevitable. Interesting, right? Interesting. Now, is this why that resulted in many seeking to diversify their holdings, with many acquiring gold, guys? Okay, on why the economic situation right now is very fragile, so people are fleeing to gold, right? Now, a high debt America, this is what Fink said, Larry Fink, would also be one where it much harder to fight inflation, since monetary policymakers could not raise rates without dramatically adding to an already unsustainable debt servicing bill. Okay, however, the BlackRock head is not the only one of the finance sector's primary voices speaking out about the debt issue. JP Morgan and Chase CEO Jamie Dimon called the debt issue the most predictable crisis in history, right? But if something is super predictable, what if the opposite happens, right? What if the dollar doesn't crash? Strange. Now, United States warns mounting debt could crash the United States dollar, right? So all these people are warning about the same thing, which is weird, isn't it, guys? Just to be safe, I'm in cryptos, right? I'm not in gold or anything, guys, but HSBC literally came out with a tokenized gold version, right, form, so you could just buy that, guys, instead of physical gold, right? And it's for retail, I'm pretty sure, in Hong Kong. I'm not 100%, but if not mistaken, guys, that's what we were talking about, guys. So if you guys would like to buy gold, well, I don't want to buy physical gold, guys, right? If I have to, then I would, but right now I'm basically on cryptocurrencies, right? I'm not worried about this right now, right? I don't feel like there's anything to worry about except a black swan event. That's what kind of worries me a little, right? I don't think it's just yet, though. Now, specifically, the CBO noted that if spending remains unchanged, the budget deficit could increase significantly in relation to gross domestic product over the next 30 years. Moreover, the office warned that inaction could heighten the risk of a fiscal crisis. Now, here's my game plan, guys, right? For the topic of the collapse, not a black swan, but the topic of the collapse, I'm just going to hold probably my XRP, right? Just the one coin I will definitely hold is probably XRP if it hasn't created a new all-time high, that is. Right now, if it has and it's at $50, let's just say as an example, guys, I'll probably sell, I don't know, 33% or something, right? And keep the rest, or 66% max, and keep the rest, guys. Because to me, XRP is like a safe haven asset, right? It's in a basket of gold and possibly the USD, right? That it's just a hedge, guys, because if we're talking about collapses, right, and things are ending and the world is about to die, guys, things like that, and they're going to then they'll have to transfer the world into something new, right? And XRP, I believe, is that something new, guys. So there's no point in me selling XRP unless it's already had a high price, like double digits or so. And basically a plethora of central banks have sought to increase gold holdings. That's weird, huh? But we're going to be talking about gold in just a second if we have time. Stock valuations mirror the extremes of 1929, and the market is at risk of a steep crash. These people are now suggesting, investors and whatnot, quotes, investors are presently enjoying the double top of the most extreme speculative bubble in the United States financial history, right? Then, how do you go bankrupt? Gradually, then suddenly. Isn't that weird? That happens like what, guys? It's a parabola, right? This is the United States interest payments. The United States is printing $1 trillion every 90 days. Inflation is the increasing of the money supply. Prices of goods and services increasing is a symptom of this underlying problem. At some point, the dollar will experience exponential decay gradually, then all at once as well, guys. Wow. right? Even Tucker Carlson says that the world is resetting completely, right? The post-world war order is collapsing, and then is going to collapse, obviously. So all these people are now commenting on how the collapse moment is imminent, guys. That's a little bit strange to me. It is, because usually they wouldn't say stuff like that, guys, right? If it actually happened. So I don't think it's right now, guys. I believe whenever the collapse occurs, it would have to be at a point in time where everything's euphoric, right? Dumb euphoric, guys. To the point you will not see one tweet pointing towards a collapse. Why? Because at that point, that's how they lure everyone in the markets, and to catch everyone off guard, right? Everyone will get caught off guard, wrong-footed, so to speak. And right now, I don't really see euphoria levels high, right? Maybe a little bit, but it's nothing compared to what the previous bull runs, right? I'm thinking Bitcoin like 6 figures or something crazy, guys. Maybe even 1 million. I don't know. And then things all collapse down, right? I was going to talk about gold, guys, because there's more fascinating charts here. Time is running out, so we won't right now. But we're going to get back onto the topic of gold because there's a ominous warning with gold, right? Something could be incoming, not per se a collapse moment, but I'll say more so a black swan type of level of severity, right? Which is obviously bad in itself because there's an event that they're going to tie in with it. But I wouldn't be worried about the collapse right now, guys. But I would be worried about maybe some ups and downs incoming, right? But in the end, I'm still bullish. I'm not afraid, guys. But we do know for a fact that a new world is brewing, right? And I believe cryptocurrencies will be integrated into that new financial system, into that new world, guys, right? It's going to be like a flip switch moment, switch flip moments and whatnot. So let us prepare for the end times. But each day that moves on, each day that passes by, guys, we're getting closer and closer and closer for that Grim Reaper to take everything out. Not financial advice. Let us see what happens in the near future. What is guys? Hope you guys amazing. See ya.